The following is a presentation of PH Athletics. We hope you enjoyed your Memorial Day weekend. Now time to get back to work and time to get to the New Jersey High School Baseball State Tournament. The first round in the North 1 section of Group Number 2. It's the 8 versus 9 matchup between number 9 Jefferson and number 8 Pascack Hills. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Matthew Merlino. Thank you all for joining us on this Tuesday afternoon. Happy to be back after a lengthy break over the long weekend. Jefferson competing out of West Jersey. They are the Falcons. They compete out of the NJ Athletic Conference over in Northwest Jersey. They finished third in the Freedom Division of that conference, just behind Vernon and High Point, with a 6-4 league record and a 16-9 overall record. They were also a 9 seed in the Morris County tournament and repeat as a 9 seed here. They were a first round exit as a 10 seed last year, losing 6-0 at number 7 Lakeland, headed by Jason Kalish, and on a 3-game winning streak. Haven't lost since playing Pequannock at home on May the 17th. You'll have to watch on offense their second batter, the left fielder Josh Hale, who's 44 for 79. Yes, 44 hits. He's got about 115 on his career, and he's only a junior. Their pitcher today will be Mike Struck, not their most worked pitcher, but he is their ERA leader with a 2.02 ERA. Pascack Hills has seen up and downs this season. 13-11 overall. They lost the Big North Patriot Division to Westwood after a 11-6 loss at the Cardinals on the 14th. They're coming off an 8-5 loss against Hackensack on senior night, but the day before, they got a big win 5-1 against Old Japan. They're the 8th seed here, headed by Nick Evans with 7 seniors on the roster. The pitcher today going to be Joe Napolitano with a 4.20 ERA and 16 strikeouts. Winner of this game will play the winner of number 1 Pascack Valley and number 16 Riverdale on Thursday. Both teams keeping their number 1 starters at rest today, so they will have the best opportunity if they win against Pascack Valley. As for head-to-head meetings, there have been 2 in the past 10 years, both of which coming in this sectional tournament. Pascack Hills took the most recent on the way to a state title in 2018 in the North 1 Group 2 semifinals, 14-6. That was here. Jefferson took one 6-3 at their place in the North 1 Group 2 final in 2016. When we come back, the first pitch for the state tournament. And we welcome you to Montvale on what is a pretty nice, if overcast, Tuesday afternoon, ready for some state tournament baseball here. Joe Napolitano on the mound for Pascack Hills. The first batter he will face for Jefferson is the right fielder Sam Orlando, who's 34 for 90 on the year. He'll foul the first pitch off, and we have an 0-1 count to start this state tournament game. I'm Matthew Merlino, along with my cameraman Michael McKay. We thank you for joining us on what is a busy day here at Pascack Hills. Just behind us, we have a softball game as our Broncos take on Park Ridge, as we have a grounder over to third base where Gavin O'Donnell makes the throw to Anthony Blackford, who has to jump a little but is able to put one away. Orlando is out, and now it will be Josh Hale, the left fielder, 44 for 79 on the season, batting .557 and slugging .747. He's also drawn a team-leading 19 walks on the regular season. First pitch from Napolitano is hit high towards left center field. Catch is made by the center fielder Eddie Mulligan, and there's 2 away early. And now the sophomore center fielder Nick Dew, who is 25 for 76 so far this season. Leader of the team in home runs. He has 3 on the year. As we were saying, a busy day here at Pascack Hills with softball behind us, a regular game, their final regular season game. So we have a 2-0 count for Dew. They're taking on Park Ridge, softball is. And boys tennis in their second state tournament game. I believe it's the quarterfinals. They're the 3 seed taking on 6-seeded Pompton Lakes. Napolitano with a called strike here against Dew. It's 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Grounded foul down the third base line. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We have a busy week of state tournament action for you here on PH Athletics, depending on how far our Pascack Hills teams go in this state tournament. Obviously, we have baseball here to start things off. The 9 versus the 8 matchup in the North 1 Group 2 tournament as we have a high fly ball. Emerson Cho coming back. Over comes Mulligan, and Mulligan makes the grab to send us to the middle of the first. A 1-2-3 inning to start things off for Joe Napolitano. And here we go in the bottom of the first inning after a 1-2-3 outing for Joe Napolitano. Now Mike Struck, the Jefferson senior, will take the mound this season on 560 pitches and about 35 innings. He's recorded 33 strikeouts, third most of the Jefferson team, and the team leading 2.02 ERA. The first batter he will face for the Broncos is Kyle Wankus, and the first pitch to Wankus is high for ball 1. Wankus leads in triples with 2. And walks drawn with 16, also has the best slugging average with 549. Drilled one deep, dead center. Wankus losing the helmet as he comes to second. He's got a stand-up double to lead things off for Pascack Hills. Great start for Wankus and the Broncos. Now that will bring up the center fielder, Eddie Mulligan. A little bit of changes in the Hills lineup from what has been in most of the regular season. Mulligan, who used to bat 8th or 9th in the lineup, is now going second. Emerson Cho at his usual third position, and Kyle Wankus, as usual, leading off. Mulligan trying to bunt. It just gets down fair, and he'll not be in time, but he does get Wankus over to third. So there's one away now as Mulligan takes the sack bunt. Kyle Wankus is 90 feet away from making this a 1-0 state tournament ball game. And now Emerson Cho with 20 RBIs on the year, looking to get number 21 in the state tournament, the junior shortstop today. First pitch. Strike 1 called. Ball 1, to Cho. We have a 1-1 count. Just 1 out, and Wankus on third. Anthony Blackford, as usual, will be batting cleanup. And in the 5th spot, as Cho hits one high and foul here, 1-2. The 5th spot today, usually occupied by the DH Corey Ginsberg, is today occupied by the junior catcher Jake Zabo. And Ginsberg is DHing for the pitcher Napolitano. He will bat 6th. The right fielder, John Giantonio, has moved back to 7th in the order where he started the season. As we have a full count for Emerson Cho, 1 out and a runner on third. Struck the pitch. Low, ball 4. Cho will take first base. Blackford will come to the plate with a chance to get his 23rd RBI on the season, adding to the team leading sum. Blackford is 28 for 70 on the season, a 400 average, the best of all Hills hitters this season. He'll take strike one. You see Wankus at third, hoping to come home and make this a 1-0 game in the bottom of the first. Blackford trying to get him there. He takes strike two. Emerson Cho is on first base. Blackford facing an 0-2 count with Jake Zabo, the catcher, on deck. And Blackford hits this one high and foul. We stay at an 0-2 count. The 0-2 to Blackford is in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes for the senior. He's the first baseman today, a place where he's usually been unless he's on the mound. And Blackford takes ball 2 high. And what was a 0-2 count is now a full one. 3-2 for Anthony Blackford. Struck can load the bases here if he walks Blackford, and that will bring up Jake Zabo, who has 11 RBIs on the season. Blackford with 22. Just fouled this one off. 3-2. The 3-2 to Blackford. Hit on a line drive towards short. Throw to second is in time. Wankus is able to come home. Blackford with an RBI single off of a fielder's choice. It is 1-0 Pascack Hills. And now there is 2 away with Blackford on first, the only man on base. This is Jake Zabo, the catcher, 5th man in the order today for Pascack Hills. Two teams have not played since 2018. Their only 2 meetings in the past 15 years have come in the state tournament. Last meeting, back in 2018, a Hills victory on the road to a state championship. Chopper from Zabo. It's going to get through. A base hit for Jake Zabo with 2 out. And Blackford advances to second. And now it will be Corey Ginsberg. He makes his way to the plate. The designated hitter today and usually every day for Pascack Hills. 24-73 on the season. 17 runs batted in. Great chance to perhaps get 1 or 2 more here. It's Blackford on second. And a pinch runner for Zabo, I believe, Christian Lee. And now, Ginsberg, maybe not ready just yet, but will be ready soon. And now the senior DH is ready to go. Ginsburg lays off pitch number 1. Is a ball, so 1-0. Here's the 1-0 from Struck. Looks a little inside, ball number 2. Two balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch from Struck. Outside this time, and we have 3 balls and no strikes. Struck with 2 out, in danger of walking the bases loaded here. That would bring up John Giantonio with 14 runs batted in on the year. Ginsburg with 17 so far, and he'll look at strike 1. Ginsburg, a ground ball towards second. Throw to first is in time, so Hills does get 1 run in the bottom of the first. That's all they'll get, and at the end of 1, it's 1-0 for Pascack Hills over Jefferson. A productive first inning for Pascack Hills, and especially in the top of the first for Joe Napolitano, a 1-2-3 inning to open things up for the junior. Now he will face the shortstop, Noah Mednick. First pitch to Mednick is a ball. 1-0. He's 24 for 69 on the season, Mednick, as he takes ball 2, leading the Jefferson team with 23 runs batted in. And he'll take ball 3 here. Napolitano on a 3-0 count. Mednick at the plate. And no, it will be a called strike. Mednick was ready to jog his way over to first, but he won't get that opportunity just yet. It's a 3-1 count. And that is ball 4, so Mednick takes his base. And up comes the first baseman, Dylan Rocky. 15 for 45 on the year. Slugging .533 and averaging .333. First pitch to Rocky is a little high. 1 ball, no strikes. Pickoff not in time at first base. Ball 2 at the plate with Rocky. Runner at first is Mednick. Another pickoff, this time a little late once again. And another late pickoff attempt. Two-0. Inside for ball 3. Here comes the 3-0 from Napolitano. In there for strike one. Same situation as it was for Mednick. A 3-1 count for Dylan Rocky. Here comes the 3-1. In there for strike two. And Rocky will stay alive on what has been a long at-bat. Fouled this one back. The 3-2 to Rocky. Pick off, not in time once again. Mednick wise enough to stay close to the bag. Here's the 3-2. Oh, got him! Strike three. Looked like it may have been a little inside, but it's a called strike three. Napolitano records the strikeout, and Rocky will sit down. Now it is Braden Cummings, the sophomore third baseman. 15 for 60 on the year. And he'll swing and miss. 0-1 count for Cummings. Pickoff is again not in time. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss again. It's Cummings and then the catcher, the freshman Jake Small. After him, Ryan Rysdeck, the junior DH. 0-2 for Cummings. Hits one foul right over here. We're all good. 0-2. Oh-2 from Napolitano. Runner goes. Zabo's throw over. Wankus keeps it in the infield, but it will be a stolen base for Noah Mednick, his 13th of the season, continuing to lead the Jefferson Falcons. At the plate, a 1-2 count after a ball from Napolitano. The winner of this one moving on to face either number 1 Pascack Valley or number 16 Riverdale in the second round of the sectional tournament, North 1 Group 2, on Thursday. 1-2 after the foul ball. Try to keep you updated with what is going on at Valley. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike number 3. After the appeal to the umpire, Cummings swings and misses. And now it will be Jake Small, the freshman, who comes to the plate with 2 away and a runner on second. That is Noah Mednick, his senior shortstop. And now Zabo and Napolitano will meet quite quickly. And now we will see the freshman catcher Small. Fouled that one off, 0-1. Oh, 1 from Napolitano. Hit high towards the first base line. Coming over to make the grab, John Giantonio. And we go to the middle of the second, still 1-0, Pascack Hills. This is John Giantonio at the plate to begin the bottom of the second inning. He swings and misses at the first pitch from Mike Struck. 0-1 count for Giantonio. Struck on the mound after allowing 1 run in the first inning. And there's a ground ball getting through the third base shortstop gap. And John Giantonio on with a base hit to begin the bottom of the second. Now Gavin O'Donnell. The junior third baseman who missed most of the middle part of the season due to an injury suffered in a game on April 22nd against Mawa. Shows bunt here, runner goes anyway. Giantonio will be safe, throw gets through. Number 7, Jake Ranzio. And so Giantonio with a stolen base, his 6th of the year. At the plate, an 0-1 count for O'Donnell. And the batter on deck here is Kyle Marquez, the left fielder. That one fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 from Struck. And he was hit. O'Donnell was hit by that pitch. It will be his first hit by pitch of the season, and Struck's 3rd as a pitcher. Runners on first and second. We have a conference as Jason Kalish, the head coach over at Jefferson, comes out to the mound. Back after the conference for Jefferson, Mike Struck is still on the mound after talking with his coaching staff. At the plate, Kyle Marquez, runner on second for Pascack Hills. John Giantonio, runner on first is Gavin O'Donnell. There are no outs in the bottom of the second inning. Marquez tried to bunt, went up and behind the plate, so it's an 0-1 count for the junior, who is playing in left field today. Here comes the 0-1. Both runners. Ooh, O'Donnell may be caught out here, but he's able to get back just in time. I believe we have a 1-1 count. Both runners were nearly caught in limbo. O'Donnell slipped but was able to make his way back to first. Scoreboard shows no count. I have a 1-1 count. We'll try to get you the official count as Marquez pulled back. And the board shows 1-0. No, board shows 2-1. I was on it. 2 balls, 1 strike for Kyle Marquise. 1-0 game. And now we'll get the bunt off cleanly. Throw to first is not going to go there. They'll go to third base and get Giantonio. But there will still be runners on first and second. And now here's Kyle Wankus. A quick pitching change for Jefferson here. They have gone away from the starter Mike Struck after less than 2 innings. And now their number 1 pitcher, Tyler Freeland, the senior, comes on. About 50 innings pitched, 700 total pitches, 38 strikeouts, and a 3.29 ERA. He'll pitch strike 1 to Kyle Wankus. High fly ball for Wankus. Looks like it may be curving foul, and it is. No balls, 2 strikes. Giantonio caught out on the fielder's choice off of the bunt from Kyle Marquise. Gavin O'Donnell is the runner at second base, and Marquise is at first. Here comes the 0-2. And that one a little low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. High fly ball for Wankus towards the wall in left. It's off the wall. Advancing to third is O'Donnell. Wankus with a single. And the bases are loaded. No RBIs for Wankus on that one, as O'Donnell was waiting to see if the left fielder, who is Josh Hale, would make a catch, but he did not. So now it will be Eddie Mulligan with a golden opportunity to get another RBI on the year with the bases loaded, just 1 away. Mulligan, the center fielder, 11 runs batted in on the season, takes strike 1. And ball 1 there, Mulligan laid off. Fouled off by Eddie Mulligan. 1-2 count. Just a 1-0 lead for number 8 Pascack Hills over number 9 Jefferson, the first round of the North 1 Group 2 state tournament here on PH Athletics. Proud to bring it to you, along with some softball state tournament action tomorrow, as Mulligan is a line drive to second, and it's a double play to end the inning. Incredible circumstance for Jake Ranzio, who sends us to the end of the second. Still 1-0, Hill Strands 3 runners. The top of the third inning now. Jefferson scoreless through 2 innings thanks to some great pitching from Joe Napolitano. This is their DH Ryan Rysdeck, 6 for 26 on the season. He'll take ball 1. No, a strike from Napolitano on the low edge. And that will be strike 2 for Napolitano. 0-2 for Rysdeck with Jake Ranzio on deck, and then Sam Orlando, the leadoff hitter after Ranzio, the second baseman. There's a line drive. It'll drop in shallow left center. A base hit to Mulligan for Ryan Rysdeck. And now Jake Ranzio, the second baseman, who is just 5 for 26 on this season. He's showing bunt. Missed it, so it's strike one. No, ball one, excuse me. Pulled back. 1 ball, no strikes for Ranzio. Shows bunt once again. Pulled back again. And takes ball 2. We do have an update for you from Hillsdale, where the winner of this game will play the winner of the game between Pascack Valley and Riverdale. The Panthers, the home team, the #1 seed in this North 1 Group 2 bracket. They lead Riverdale 2-0 at the end of 2 innings. There's great potential for a Valley Hills matchup in the second round of this year's sectional tournament. Pascack Valley, the runner-up in the Bergen County tournament, one of the top 20 teams in the state of New Jersey as a whole by NJ.com for this entire season, it seems, coming off of a state final appearance last year in which they were the 8th seed in this bracket. Ball 4 pitched there to Ranzio, who draws his 7th walk of the season and makes his way to first. That will also advance Ryan Rysdeck to second base, and now Coach Evans comes to the mound to talk with his pitcher, Joe Napolitano. Back now, still the top of the 3rd inning, none away here and 2 runners on. A base hit for Ryan Rysdeck of Jefferson, and then a walk for Jake Ranzio. And now Sam Orlando at the plate, the leadoff batter. He's showing bunt as well, but now pulls back, and he takes ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Again, showing bunt and pulling back is Orlando. He's got a high fly ball towards right center. It just gets past Giantonio. They may wave Rysdeck home. They are. Ryan Rysdeck at the plate. Zabo makes the catch and gets him out. A great throw from right center field to prevent the tying run of Rysdeck coming home. We are still at a 1-0 game. There's a runner on third and second base. At second, it's Sam Orlando. At third, Jake Ranzio. And we have an intentional walk here of Josh Hale to load the bases with 1 out. Strike 1 on the first pitch to the center fielder Nick Dew. And Dew hits one over towards third. It bounced off O'Donnell. Run scores from Ranzio, and we are all tied up at 1. Runners at second and third now, as Noah Mednick looks to make this a Jefferson lead for the first time in this game. Mednick, the team leader for the Falcons in RBIs this season. Strike 1, called for Napolitano. Swing and a miss for Mednick, really hoping for that RBI to take the lead. 0-2 for Noah Mednick. On deck, Dylan Rocky, who's just one away. Grounder foul over here. And it will be retrieved. Mednick still with an 0-2 count. And takes ball one inside. Had to move out the way. Bases are loaded. Runner at third is Sam Orlando. 2-2 at the plate for Mednick. At second is Josh Hale. And at first base, Nick Dew. 2-2. Strike three. No, a full count. 3-2. Big pitch here for Napolitano. Mednick. The 3-2. Hit him! Jefferson takes the lead off of a plunk. 2-1 Falcons. And now Dylan Rocky at the plate looking to add to the new advantage. 15 for 45, 12 RBIs on the year coming in. And he'll take ball one. High ball two for Rocky. Here's how things are going to work for the rest of this week. Tomorrow we have softball. Their first round state tournament game will be in, I believe, Parsippany for that one. Could be mistaken. I think it's Parsippany. It's one of the P schools. We'll get the full breakdown for you later on in the show. Inside, just missed him. 3-0. Then Thursday, multiple events happening. If Hills wins here today, then they'll probably be at Pascack Valley for the second round of the baseball state tournament unless Riverdale pulls off an ungodly upset. No matter what, we will be at Valley or here, as we have a 3-1 count now from Napolitano. If this Hills baseball team is able to come back and beat Jefferson. And there's a walk to drive in another run. It is 3-1. Falcons. Napolitano in a bit of trouble here. Jake Szabo coming to the mound. Anthony Blackford, the first baseman, joining as well. The next batter is going to be Braden Cummings. As we were saying, Thursday going to be interesting because if baseball wins, we will be wherever they're playing, either here against Riverdale or most likely at Pascack Valley. If they do end up losing, then we will be in Jefferson, actually, as 11-seeded Broncos boys lacrosse takes on the 6-seeded Falcons in the first round of the North Group 1 tournament. We're back underway here. This one was fouled into the Jefferson dugout by Cummings. 0-1 count. Big inning for the Falcons. They were down 1-0 coming in, have taken a 3-1 lead. And this, presumably, the final home game of the season for Pascack Hills. Final home game as it stands for us in terms of all of our sports that we cover, baseball, softball, boys, and girls lacrosse this spring season. 0-1 count for Cummings. And he'll take strike 2. 0-2 just fouled off. Cummings staying alive. 15 for 60 coming in. 9 RBIs on the year. The 0-2 fouled off once again. Napolitano, despite a strong start in the first 2 innings, cooled off here in the top of the third, allowing these 3 runs and a new Jefferson lead. And that was a hard hit to the shin or ankle of Cummings. Obviously in pain. It hit him low on the foot. And so Cummings will make his way to first. It is now 4-1 after another hit by pitch from Napolitano. Still just 1 away. And the Jefferson coaches will, of course, check him out to make sure he's all right. A pitching change for Pascack Hills here in the top of the third with Joe Napolitano coming off. And now John Giantonio on the mound, and he nearly hit Jake Small, who's up to bat here. The 2-0 now for Small, the runner that was hit hard by Napolitano on what would end up being his last pitch of this game. Cummings fought through it, and he is actually on first base right now, Braden Cummings. 1 out, 2-0 count, bases are loaded. And a called strike makes it 2-1. Giantonio through 10 innings pitched, a 4.9 ERA, gets strike 2 here. Has 17 strikeouts on the year. That one hit high and foul, 2-2. Full count, 3-2 for Jake Small, the freshman catcher for Jefferson. Here's the pitch. Ball hit high towards Marquise in left. It gets into the gap and falls. 1 run's going to score. The throw to O'Donnell makes it there. 2 runs score, a 2 RBI single for Jake Small, I believe. And our score now 6-1 with runners on first and second, 1 out. So Small with a huge hit, now Ryan Rysdeck at the plate. Runners on first and second and 1 out. 6-1 the score. Jefferson took their first lead of this game earlier in this inning. They have continued to add to it. We're in the top of the third. Strike one pitch there from Giantonio to Rysdek. And a swing and a miss for the DH, 0-2. On deck, Jake Ranzio. High fly ball towards center. It's catchable, and Mulligan gets under it. The throw to third is not going to be in time, so the runner does tag. And we have runners on the corners with 2 out. And here's Jake Ranzio. Oh, he got him! Got him on the pickoff, did he? Yes, he did! Caught everybody off guard, including Braden Cummings, and John Giantonio with the pickoff maneuver records out number 3 and sends us to the middle of the third. The Jefferson coach not happy about it. He's having a little chat with the umpire here. We'll be back for the bottom. Okay. Emerson Cho leading off the bottom of the third inning for Pascack Hills as they look to at least get some runs back after a 6-run top of the third for Jefferson. Strike one here for Cho. Pitcher is Tyler Freeland. Came in the bottom of the second. Cho with a nice line drive that'll get into shallow left field. A base hit for the junior shortstop to open up the bottom of the third. And now it's Anthony Blackford, the senior, committed to the University of Maryland in Baltimore County to play baseball at the Division I level next season. And a nice block there from the catcher Small. Ball 1 to Blackford. Grounder towards third. Perhaps a chance for a double play. They are going to get it. Huge double play for Jefferson. Gets rid of both Cho, who was already on, and Blackford, who grounded into it. And now Jake Szabo, the Pascack Hills catcher. Szabo, I believe, with the 2-0 count, but we'll wait on confirmation. Nice line drive, may go foul, and it does. One and two for the junior catcher, with 2 out after the double play and none on. Here comes the 1-2 from Freeland. Low. Even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Szabo, I believe he was hit there. So he will make his way to first with 2 out. And now Corey Ginsberg comes to the plate. And Szabo will be pinch ran for once again by the junior Christian Lake. Fouled back by Ginsberg, 0-1. Here comes the 0-1. Grounder just foul down the third baseline over here. 0-2. Ginsberg with a high fly ball towards center right, and the catch made by the center fielder, that being Nick Doe. We go to the end of the third inning. Jefferson, a huge one. They lead 6-1. Here we go, the top of the fourth inning, ready to get back underway here in Montvale. I'm Matt Merlino. My cameraman today, Michael McKay. We're happy to be with you, where the score is 6-1 in favor of the visiting Jefferson Falcons, the number 9 seed in this North 1 Group 2 tournament. Pascack Hills trying to come back. We have a high foul ball here to start this top of the fourth inning. A 1 count. Pitcher is still John Giantonio for the Broncos. And we have a 1-1 count now. That one fouled off, maybe catchable. Blackford gets under it. The first baseman makes the grab and forces Jake Ranzio out. So there's 1 away. And now at the plate is Sam Orlando. 1-0. Two balls, no strikes. And this one fouled back to make it 2-1. A low strike 2. Even count for the leadoff hitter in the Jefferson lineup, Sam Orlando. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Line drive towards Cho at short. Throw to Blackford, too high. And Orlando is safe with 1 away. And now Josh Hale, if they do pitch to him. And they will. Giantonio gets strike one called. And he'll get strike two on the low edge once again. Grounder over towards Cho. Gets one at first. A double play of Hills' own to end or send us to the middle of the fourth with still that 6-1 Jefferson lead, but hopefully that double play will get him some momentum. Let's try our best to update you on where all of our spring sports stand in the state tournament, which is beginning this week. Baseball, obviously, here, the 8 seed in North 1 Group 2. The next round, if they win, will either be at number 1 Pascack Valley or home against number 16 Riverdale. Obviously, Valley is the favorite. That would be this coming Thursday, May the 29th. As of right now, we do have some updates from Valley thanks to their Valley Echo Sports Twitter account, which live tweets many of their athletic events. They're up 3-0 against Riverdale at the end of the fourth, so not as commanding as perhaps they thought, but still a multi-run lead for the Panthers looking to repeat and perhaps go all the way. They made the state championship last year, the state final, but ended up falling to Governor Livingston, trying to run it back this year. One of the best teams in New Jersey for baseball. Our boys lacrosse team competing in the state tournament, their first round game on Thursday the 29th. They'll be at Jefferson as the 11 seed, the Falcons the 6 seed there in boys lacrosse. If they win, they'll either be at number 3 Glen Rock or home against number 14 Saddlebrook on Monday, June the 2nd. Boys tennis actually had their first round state tournament game in North 1 Group 1 last Tuesday, in fact, a 5-0 win against number 14 Emerson Borough. We're getting back underway here, 6-1 Jefferson over Pascack Hills. They took a 5-0 win, boys tennis, against Emerson. They are actually playing Pompton Lakes today, the 6 seed in that bracket. Hills is the 3 seed. And if the Broncos win, they'll play either number 2 Glen Rock or number 10 Ramsey in the sectional semis on Thursday the 29th. The high fly ball here for Giantonio. It may not even clear the infield, and just coming back to make the catch is Mednick to put one away. O'Donnell coming to the plate. As for our girls sports in the state tournaments, girls lacrosse is the 15 seed in the North Group 1 tournament. They're also playing their first round game on Thursday. They're at number 2 Madison. If they pull off the upset, they're either at number 7 Jefferson or number 10 Westwood on the 2nd, June the 2nd, that is. 1-0 count here for O'Donnell. And softball, as we've been mentioning, tomorrow we will be in Parsippany, the 8-9 matchup there. Hills is the 9 seed, Parsippany the 8 seed. If they win, they'll be either at Ramsey or home against West Milford. Ramsey, the number 1 ranked team and another one of the best softball teams in the state once again. Just a great program over there at Ramsey High School for softball. As for here, Gavin O'Donnell with a 3-1 count. One out and none on. 6-1. And a full count, 3-2 for O'Donnell. Nice rip, O'Donnell, but it's just foul, hitting the fence over on the first baseline. 3-2 still for the junior at third base today. Three and two. The pitch, swing and a miss. It's a strikeout for Freeland. And there's two away. Up comes Kyle Marquise. None on, two out. Bottom of the fourth. Marquise grounds one over to first, and he'll run over. A great effort from Dylan Rocky to end the fourth inning. Still no change on the scoreboard. 6-1 Jefferson heading into the final three. Here we are, top of the fifth. Hill's in desperate need of getting the bats going. Down by 5 runs to Jefferson coming into the final 3 frames. But first they must keep the Falcons at least low on the score sheets. It's John Giantonio on the mound. He pitches a strike to open up this fifth inning. 0-1 count. Pitching here to Nick Doe. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss for Doe. And Giantonio has a strikeout. As up comes Noah Mednick. First pitch to Mednick is a ball. 1-0. That one low, 2 balls, no strikes. And that one low as well from Giantonio. 3 balls, no strikes. Pitching to Noah Mednick with 1 out. Strike 1 called. 3 balls and 1 strike here for Mednick. And that one fouled off to make it a full count. 3-2. It's a little warmer than it was in the past week. Happy to not have some rain. But still gray skies and clouds here. Oh, Mednick hit in the back. And he'll take a base. And he's going to sit down, it looks like. We'll take a quick break. Back, Mednick is okay, I believe. No, I think he's going to come back to the dugout. He was hit pretty hard in the back. So we are waiting to see if a pinch runner will show himself over at first. And we'll try and get you his identity. So we do have a pinch runner. I believe it might be Mednick. I think I saw a number 1 there, so if it's 2 number 1s, then it is Mednick. Strike 1 for Giantonio. Pitching here to Dylan Rocky. Rocky with a hard grounder, and it's going to get through. And Mednick, who stayed on, will advance to third, so it is a single for Rocky. And there's runners on the corners. Just 1 out in the top of the 5th. And now, after the hit from Rocky, it will be Braden Cummings at the plate, the sophomore. Oh, a high ball. Runner's going to get to second with a lot of time to spare. Doe, I believe, now is the runner at second. That would be Rocky, excuse me. Believe a 2-0 count. And it is for Cummings. And that one tipped off his bat unintentionally, I think. Still a ball. 3-0. It hit something. And it'll be a 4-pitch walk to load the bases for Giantonio with 1 away in the top of the 5th. And now looks like Coach Evans going to come to the mound. We'll be back after the new pitcher warms up. John Giantonio coming off in the new pitcher for Pascack Hills, relieving John Giantonio. In the top of the 5th inning, it is Kyle Marquez. Has been used sparingly on the mound through the regular season this year. Only 3.1 innings pitched. He's got 4 strikeouts through those 3.1 innings and 121 total pitches. An 18.9 ERA, however, on the year. Hopefully you'll be able to bring that down here. First batter he'll face is Jake Small of Jefferson. And the bases are loaded for Marquez with a 6-1 lead. 0-1 according to the board. Whew, did he go? Doesn't really matter. Called strike 2. And a ball there, 1-2 for Marquez. Batter Jake Small, Riesdeck and Ranzio. On deck, Small nearly got hit there, and it's 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 for Marquise. No, it's a walk. And so 1 run will score off of the walk for Marquise, or he hit him. Whatever it was, a run did score. So it is 7-1. The bases stay loaded. There is still 1 out. Now Ryan Rysdeck. Ball 1. Rysdeck nearly got hit right in the head. Ducked out of the way. 2 balls, no strike. Here's strike 1. 2-1. Just fouled that one, but it's still 2-2 for Rysdeck with 1 away and the bases loaded. Came in with 14 RBIs on the year. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss for Rysdeck. Strikeout for Kyle Marquise. 2 away. And up comes Jake Ranzio. Bases are loaded, 2 out. 7-1 Jefferson lead, top of the 5th inning. North 1 Group 2 first round matchup in the New Jersey High School State Baseball Tournament 2025. Ranzio, I believe, took ball 1 there. We await confirmation. Swings and misses. 1-1. Board says 0-1. Oh, 1-1. All confirmed now. That one was low. 2-1. Big pitch. Swing and a miss for Ranzio. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Marquise trying to get out of a jam. 7-1 Jefferson lead. 2 out, bases loaded. Marquise trying to stop the bleeding. That one hit high. It may be catchable. Coming over. Mulligan makes the grab right in front of us. And we go to the middle of the 5th with a 7-1 Jefferson lead. Hills needs to get the bats going. It will be Kyle Wankus to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. A 7-1 Jefferson lead against Pascack Hills, the North 1 Group 2 first round 8 versus 9 matchup. Tyler Freeland, still the pitcher, gets a called strike to begin the bottom of the 5th. That one was low. 1-1 for Wankus. Pitch to Wank. A little low. 2 balls, 1 strike for the junior at second base today. And that one low once again. 3 balls, 1 strike. Due up this inning, Eddie Mulligan and Emerson Cho. Wankus takes ball 4. It'll be a walk to open the bottom of the 5th. Here's Mulligan. Nice high fly ball, but the center fielder doesn't even have to move to make the grab. There's one away after the catch from Nick Doe. And now it is Emerson Cho. Cho with Anthony Blackford due up after him. Whew, just fouled that one off. 0-1 count. Cho laid off that one. Good call. 1-1. One ball, one strike. The pitch to Cho, fouled back. 1-2. Here comes the 1-2. In the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's Cho and then Blackford. Kyle Wankus is the runner at first base. 1 out. And Wankus was able to steal. So we have a 2-2 count. That one fouled off. Cho staying alive. 2-2 the count. Seven to 1 Jefferson. Cho swings and misses. Huge strikeout for Freeland. And now Anthony Blackford, with time running out for Pascack Hills to try and come back, down 6 runs here to Jefferson. 2 away and Wankus at second. This is Blackford at the plate. Oh, 1 the count. Here comes the 0-1. And it won't count. Blackford called time. Blackford ready, the 0-1. In there for strike 2. Perhaps the end of the 5th inning coming up right here. One more strike from Tyler Freeland will send us to the 6th. Ground ball for Blackford. It gets over on Freeland, but the throw is in time after the recovery, and we end the 5th with a 7-1 Jefferson advantage. Marquez continues on the mound here in the top of the 6th inning. The batter here is Sam Orlando. Takes strike 1. Pitch got away from Zabo there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss for Orlando, 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 for Marquise. Orlando lets it go low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 from Marquise. Bit low, so we have a full count now. Sam Orlando at the plate, due up after him, Josh Hale and Nick Doe. Battle here on the first at-bat of the 6th inning. Marquise, the 3-2. Low for ball 4. Orlando will take first base. And now up comes Hale, the junior. And they will pitch to him. Inside. Ball 1. That one high. 2-0. Marquise, the pickoff, not in time. Still 2-0 at the plate. Two balls, no strikes. Pitch in there for strike 1. Oh, a big line drive into center for Hale. It will end up as a base hit as Napolitano comes up and makes a throw towards Cho and the infield. Runners on first and second with none out here in the top of the 6th. (7-1) our score. Jefferson with the lead. Runners on first and second for the Falcons. Showing bunt is Nick Doe, but this one went foul. Strike 2 called. No balls, 2 strikes here for Doe. Marquise looking for his first out of this 6th inning. Swing and a miss. Gets the strikeout. Doe will head back to the dugout. And now up comes Noah Mednick. That one was low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Runner going at third. Throw is not going to be in time. And Sam Orlando makes the steal to put runners on second and third because Hale also made his way. 2 balls, no strikes. A pitch in there for strike 1, 2-1 on Mednick. Runners on second and third here for Jefferson. Mednick at the plate, the 2-1, showing bunts, got it off in time. Coming home is Orlando. He gets there, I believe. We're going to wait for confirmation from the scoreboard. I believe a run scored on that, but I'm not sure. Runner at third is safe. That is Hale. The runner at first is safe. So I think they got the man at home. If that is the case, it will stay 7-1, but then there should be 2 away, and the board only shows 1. And they did get him. So 2 out in the top of the 6th. Still a 7-1 Jefferson lead. This is Dylan Rocky. Waiting to get back going here. Batter is Dylan Rocky. Kyle Marquise with 2 away in the top of the 6th, but it won't mean much unless they can get the bats going in the bottom of this inning, down 6 runs to Jefferson. Strike 1 called. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss for Rocky. No balls, 2 strikes. Pascack Valley with a 3-0 lead at the end of 6th. They are on their way to hosting the winner of this one in the second round of this state sectional tournament, North 1 Group 2. Bouncer in the dirt, runner coming home. He's going to not make it. Zabo got him as Orlando is out, and we will go to the middle of the 6th after a weird top of the 6th inning. It is 7-1 Jefferson. Go. Jake Zabo at the plate to start the bottom of the 6th inning. Evan Corso, the senior, is on the mound for Jefferson. 508 pitches this season, 31.2 innings pitched. He is the team's leader in strikeouts, coming in with 43 on the year, has a 3.54 ERA, and looks to finish out the game for Jefferson. The 9 seed leading 8-seeded Pascack Hills 7-1. At the plate, a strike from Corso. And that one low towards Zabo at the plate. 1-1, now the count. That one a little low. No, called strike on the bottom edge. 1-2. This one, chopper over towards the Hills dugout, still 1-2. Tomorrow we bring you state tournament softball here on PH Athletics. We'll be at Parsippany in the first round of the North 1 Group 2 softball playoffs tomorrow. We'll put that one up probably around the same time as this one, 7, 8 o'clock tonight. 2-2. And this one fouled off and up by Zabo. There you go. 2-2. Strike 3 for Corso. Zabo will sit down in the Hills dugout. And now we get Corey Ginsberg, the DH, who was just in the bullpen for a moment. Now Kyle Wenkus is there for Hills. And after him, John Giantonio. Inside on Ginsberg, first pitch from Corso to the senior DH. Second one high as well. 2-0 count. Inside, 3 balls and no strikes. Here comes the 3-0 to Ginsberg. Inside, ball 4. Corey Ginsberg with a 4-pitch walk with 1 away. And now John Giantonio comes to the plate. About 6:15 here. We've been going for just over 2 hours. Bottom of the 6th right now, Jefferson at the moment on their way to a 7-1 win against Pascack Hills in the first round of the North 1 Group 2 state tournament. John Giantonio at the plate, 1 out and a runner on first. Wenk is coming back from the bullpen, 0-1 count. High fly ball for Giantonio towards shallow right, and it will be caught by Sam Orlando to put 2 away. Here's Gavin O'Donnell. Jefferson, with this next out, will be 3 away from a state tournament win and a date with Pascack Valley. We presume a date with Pascack Valley on Thursday. They are up 3-0 in the top of the 7th inning and about to clinch a win, we presume. 0-1 at the plate for O'Donnell. Fouls this one back, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And strike 3 called. A great outing for Evan Corso in the bottom of the 6th inning. We end the 6th still with a 7-1 Jefferson lead. The Falcons will have 3 outs to try and add, and then 3 more outs to score to take the win. Top of the 7th inning, Jefferson, one last opportunity to add to their 7-1 lead. It's Kyle Wankus on the mound here, perhaps for the final time in the 2025 baseball season for Pascack Hills. He pitches a strike to start things off to Dylan Rocky. Zabo mishandled that one. So it's a 1-1 count. Wankus, the leader in nearly all statistical categories for pitching for Pascack Hills. He's the most worked pitcher. The pitcher with the most strikeouts was 74 coming in, and the best ERA as well with a 2.40 ERA. Cho with a nice play at short, and the throw in time to put one away. Caught it off the bounce and then made the throw over to Blackford, so Rocky is out. Now Braden Cummings. I apologize, this is not Cummings. This is Eric Hokenberg, a sophomore. Looked at ball one. Hokenberg just 4 for 18 on the year. Takes strike one here. Swings and misses. 1-2. That one high. 2-2. Strike 3 called. Wankus with another strikeout here in the top of the 7th. And now we'll see who comes to the plate. By the order, it should be Jake Small, but we'll check if they've had any pinch hitters. And it does look to be the freshman catcher. Came into this game 19 for 71 on the year. First pitch to Small is a bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. One and one now for Wankus. Jefferson 3 outs away from a state tournament win against Pascack Hills. Swing and a miss there. 1-2. Wankus a strike from sending us to what looks to be the final frame. And he will with another strikeout as we go to the middle of the 7th. A 7-1 Jefferson lead. And here we go in perhaps the final frame of the Pascack Hills baseball season in 2025. We have word that Pascack Valley has won their game against Riverdale 3-2. So the winner of this game will travel to Hillsdale on Thursday, dependent on the weather, in the second round of this sectional tournament. Kyle Wankus leading off. He fouls one off to begin. Cannot confirm, but I believe Evan Corso is still on the mound. It's Kyle Marquise, I apologize. Strike 2 from Corso. Wankus is on deck, followed by Mulligan. Strike 3. Marquise will sit in the Hills dugout. A strikeout for Corso. And now this is Wankus. Wankus with a foul ball to start the at-bat. 0-1. Inside on Wankus. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one low. 2 balls, 1 strike for Wankus. Two and 1. Corso on the mound. Here comes. Strike 2 called for Wankus. Mulligan on deck. After him, if he gets the shot, Emerson Cho. 1 out already after the strikeout for Kyle Marquez. High fly ball and foul for Wankus. 2 and 2. And he fouls that one back to stay alive. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jefferson was looking for a strikeout call there. They won't get it. 3 and 2. Here it comes. No. Have a little wait. Here comes the 3-2. Low, ball 4. Wankus will take first base. Eddie Mulligan now comes to the plate for perhaps the final time in what has been an illustrious career for the senior here at Pascack Hills. Joined by Anthony Blackford, Colin Hill, Corey Ginsberg, as the 4 seniors, as it stands right now, ending their careers today. Mulligan took strike 1 on the inside corner. Swing and a miss, 0-2 for the center fielder today, who moved over to left, played third base this season, pitched a little. Strike 3 called, 2 away, and now Emerson Cho, one of the many juniors who made their debuts. Cho did not make his debut this season, but many of his junior teammates did for Pascack Hills. And they'll be back next year with Cho moved over into that shortstop spot for the first time. He was the second baseman for most of last year, with Matt Tortora taking up shortstop duties in his senior season. 1-0 count. Cho with a line drive to second. Play made. Jefferson Township, the Falcons take a 7-1 victory against Pascack Hills. They will move on to face number 1 Pascack Valley in the second round of this sectional tournament. The season is over for Pascack Hills baseball. They finish 13-12 with a first round exit in the state tournament. Tomorrow we are in Parsippany for North 1 Group 2 softball action, the first round between Pascack Hills and Parsippany. That will be tomorrow. We'll have tape-delayed coverage of that. As of right now, on Thursday, we will be at Jefferson for boys lacrosse in their first round game against the Falcons. My thanks to Michael McKay and to everybody on the Pascack Hills baseball team this season for making it one to remember. This is Matthew Merlino. See you tomorrow. And so long for our final home game this season at Pascack Hills.
Thank you for watching this presentation of PH Athletics. For more information, head to hills.pascack.org/athletics.